Hi everyone, I'm Mrs. D. Priyadarshini, Assistant Professor, Department of Computer Science with Cybersecurity. Today we are going to discuss about the implementation of firewall. What is firewall? Why we need of a firewall and how we can able to implement the firewall for a secure transmission. The implementation of the configuration of a firewall is a combination of a packet filtering and application level gateway. Based on these, there are three types of configuration available for firewall implementation. Screened host firewall, that is single homed bastion. Screened host firewall for dual homed bastion. Screened subnet firewall for the secured transmission between personal computer and an internet. The screened host firewall, that is single bastion. In case of host, the firewall system consists of a packet filtering router and a bastion host. The bastion host is basically a single computer with high secure configuration which has the following characteristics. Traffic from the internet can only reach the bastion host. They cannot reach the internal network. Traffic having the IP address of the bastion host can only go to the internet. No traffic from the internal network can go to the internet. That is, the IP address is the validating key where the data has to be transmitted or where the data is from. This address can give the detail about the data is having a secure transmission from the validated IP address. This type of configuration have a web server placed in between the router and the bastion host in order to allow the public to access the server from the internet. The main drawback in the single bastion is with the single homed bastion host, it is that if the packet filter routes gets compromised, then the entire network will be compromised. This is the pictorial representation of the single bastion host. When the data is transferred from the internet or from the personal computer, it passes towards the public server. The bastion host have a firewall system, that is, it is going to act as a intermediator between the transmitter and the receiver. It validates the receiver and the sender and also the what the data consists of, that is packet it consists of. Here, when the bastion host is compromised, then the public server and internet will get easily compromised and whatever the data is getting transmitted will easily pass away. So there is no that much security is provided because only one-sided protection was given in bastion, single bastion host. The next one is dual bastion, dual homed bastion. To eliminate the drawback of a single homed bastion host, we can use a dual homed bastion host firewall system. The dual bastion host firewall system uses two network cards. One is used for the internal connection and second one is used for the router. In case even if the router got compromised, the internal network will remain unaffected since it has a separate network zone. This was a pictorial representation of a dual bastion host station. That is, whenever the bastion host is getting compromised, the packet filtering router is also compromised in single homed bastion host, whereas in dual homed bastion, neither it will get compromised unless the two bastion host will get compromised. So the security has much greater in compared with the single to the dual homed bastion. The next one is screened subnet firewall. This is one of the most secured firewall configuration. This configuration has two packet filtering router are used. One is between Internet Application Gateway and another between the application gateway and Internet internal network. The bastion host is positioned in between two routers. This configuration achieves three levels of security for an attacker to break into. That is, whenever we are trying to transfer a data, it has to be transferred through the internal layers. That is, the ISO OSI reference model has a 7-layer, right from the one layer, that is from the application layer to the presentation layer. It has to transfer the data in the form of packets. Each and every station or every layer will get filtered and puts and get a approval from the layer to pass towards the IP address when it is found. This type of a firewall system enables or enhances the secure transmission of our data and also prevents the data from the attackers. Hope you understood what are the types of firewall system is available. We will discuss the next topic in next video. Until, thank you.